Hello everyone. Welcome to the series of Module 12, Social Media and its Importance on Mental Health, Lecture 5. Today we'll cover building healthy digital habits for well-being. And I'm Dr. Oin Mubang, clinical psychologist, working in IIT Kanpur as a counselor. These are the tables of content. Here we'll cover this whole topic. First one will be Introduction to Digital Wellbeing, where we'll explore the fundamental concept of digital wellness and its importance in modern life. Second, we'll cover the hidden cost of our digital lives, which will uncover the less obvious impacts of excessive digital engagement on our well-being. Third one will be Understanding Your Digital Relationship, where we'll analyze our personal interaction with technology and identity patterns. Fourth one will be the science of digital wellness, where we'll delve into the psychological and neurological impact of digital habits. Fifth will be setting boundaries that actually work. Here we'll learn practical strategies for establishing and maintaining effective digital boundaries. Sixth will be mastering mindfulness, screen time, to develop technical for intentional and focus in screen engagement. Seventh will be curating your digital environment, which will cover the optimize your digital space for a positive and productive experiences. Eight will be combating digital toxicity, where we'll address and mitigate negative online interaction and content. Ninth will be the practical tools for digital wellness, where we'll discover resources and application to support healthy digital habits. And the last one will be the journey to digital wellness, where a chart personalized path towards a balanced and enriched digital life will be covered. So going into the introduction of digital wellness. Digital wellness refers to a balanced relationship with technology where online engagement supports us rather than harms our mental, physical, and social well-being for college-going youth. This balance is critical since academics, friendship, and entertainment are deeply intervened with digital platform, yet unchecked, often leads to stress, procrastination, and burnout. Drawing from Erickson's psychological theory, young adults are in the stage of identity versus role confusion, where online identities can either support growth or fuel confusion. Understanding digital wellness means reorganizing that technology should serve us, not control us, and that mindful digital use is a modern skill for psychological health, where building healthy digital habits for well-being in our hyper-connected world, the average person even spends over 7 hours a day starting at the screen, with social media consuming nearly 2.5 hours of that time. While technology has been evolved how we connect, learn, and work with the digital world, it's also created unpredicted challenges of or for our mental health and well-being. The constant ping of notifications, the endless scroll of curated content, and the pressure to maintain an online presence can leave us feeling anxious, overwhelmed, and disconnected from our authentic selves. This presentation offers practical evidence-based strategies for developing a healthier relationship with technology. You will learn how to set meaningful boundaries, curate a positive digital environment, and use mindfulness technique to transform your screen time from a source of stress into a tool for genuine connection and personal growth. The hidden cost of our digital life. While digital platforms connect us globally, their hidden costs are often overlooked. Excessive screen use disrupts cardiac rhythms, increase eye strain, reduce in personal socialization, and amplify feelings of loneliness. Research constantly shows that spending more than 3 hours daily on social media significantly increase the risks of anxiety and depression among adolescents. The DSM-5 recognized internet gaming disorder as a condition warranting further study, while ICD-11 officially include gaming disorder under addictive behavior, highlighting the clinical impact of digital overuse. For students, this hidden cost often appears in subtle ways: poor sleep quality, declining academic performance, and increased irritability, underscoring the importance of the awareness. Here we can see 50% sleep disturbances has been shown in the adult report, where they have been spending time on screen before bed and their sleep quality decrease, and the fatigue you will be able to see in most of the adults, and their mood changes frequently. 3x anxiety increase, where higher rates of anxiety and depression among heavy social media users compared to moderate users. And daily interruptions it takes to refocus after notification interruptions, fragmenting our attention throughout the day. 40% comparison trap happen while we are excessively using the social media. And it also reported that feeling worse about their lives by browsing platforms. These statistics aren't meant to alarm you, but rather to validate what many of us already have been going through. The constant connectivity that promises to bring us closer together can proximately leave us feeling more isolated and stressed than ever. Research also shows that our brain aren't designed to handle the constant stream of information and social comparison that modern digital platforms provide it. The good news is recognizing these patterns in the first step towards change. By understanding how our digital habits affect our mental health, we can make intentioned choices that support our well-being rather than undermining it. Coming into the understanding of digital relationship, each individual has a unique relationship with technology shaped by habits, emotions, and personal triggers. For many youths, phones and laptops are constant companions, use of studying, chatting, or simply avoiding boredom. Psychological theories explain these attachments according to Skinner operant conditioning, like comments and notification act as reinforcement, strengthening the compulsion to check device repeatedly. This relationship can become problematic when students notice anxiety without their phones or difficulty focusing on offline activities. By reflecting on their digital patterns when they scroll and how it makes them feel, college students can bring to shift from passive user to active decision makers. And here we can see some of the signs of unhealthy digital habits, that will be like checking your phone within minutes of waking up and feeling anxious when your phone battery dies or you can't find your device, scrolling mindlessly for hours without realizing how much time has passed, and comparing your life to others, highlighting reels on social media, difficulty focusing on tasks without checking notification, using a screen as the primary way to cope with boredom or negative emotions, feeling obligated to respond immediately to message and notification, experiencing FOMO, which is fear of missing out. And as we are going through this, there can be lots of behavioral changes which can be very familiar to the one who is going through it. This pattern have become normalized in our society, but that doesn't mean they are healthy or necessary. The first step in building better habit is honest self-reflection about how technology currently fits into your life. The science of digital wellness. Behind every scroll and click lies a complex interplay of brain chemistry and behavior. Social media platforms are designed to activate the brain reward system by releasing dopamine, the same neurotransmitter involved in pleasure and motivation. This explains why checking notification feels rewarding and why prolonged use may lead to dependency. The parallels with addiction are striking. The DSM-5 and ICD-11 criteria for substance use, preoccupations, tolerance, withdrawal, and continue use, desire, harm are often mirrored in problematic social behavior. And neuroscientific studies also show that heavy digital use elevates cortisol, the stress hormone, impairing focus and memory, which directly impact academic success for students. Here we can understand the neuroscience behind our digital habits can be incredibly empowering. When we use social media or receive notification, our brain release a small amount of dopamine, the same neurotransmitter involved in addiction. This creates a feedback loop where we consciously seek out more digital stimulation to recreate that feeling of reward. One can be triggered recognition. Your brain recognizes a cue, which is a notification sound, boredom, or stress that has previously led to digital reward. Second will be automatic response. Without conscious thought, you reach for your device, driven by the anticipation of dopamine release. Third one is the temporary reward. Your experience a brief moment of satisfaction from like, comments, or a new content. Fourth one is the craving reinforcement. The reward is strengthen the neural pathways, making the behavior more automatic next time. The encountering news is that our brains are remarkably plastic. Just as we can develop unhealthy digital habits, we can consciously rewire our neutral pathways to support healthier behavior. This process takes time and patience, but research shows significant improvement in well-being can occur within just a few weeks of implementing mindful digital practices. Setting boundaries that actually work. Digital boundaries are not about rejecting technology, but often creating healthier rules for engagement. For college student and for other general population also, boundary might include no phone zone during meals, like limiting social media used to get or to set times for themselves, or using apps that block distracting website during study hours. For the perspective of self-determination theory, such boundaries support autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Boundaries are effective only when realistic rather than aiming to quit social media. It is more sustainable to aim for balance, use that allow both productivity and relaxation without guilt. So some of the techniques which has been shown over here, that will be the time-based boundaries, where we can check for the morning protection, keep the first hour of your day phone free to set a calm, intentional tone. Use a traditional alarm clock instead of your phone. And evening wind down, where establish a digital sunset 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. The blue light from a screen can disrupt melatonin production and sleep quality. And schedule breaks. Implement the 20-20-20 rule every 20 minutes. Look at something 20 feet away from 20 seconds to reduce eye strain and mental fatigue. And space-based boundaries, where bed sanctuary, keep bedrooms completely device-free to strengthen the mental association between your bedroom and rest. Mealtime presence, create phone-free dining spaces to improve digestion, conversation, and mindful eating habits. Designated zones, establish specific areas in your home for focus work or relaxation where devices are not permitted. And social boundaries, response time expectation, communicate to friends and colleagues that immediate response aren't always possible or necessary. Do not disturb. Use focus modes during work, family time, or personal activities. Most urgent matters can wait a few hours. Quality over quantity, prioritizing meaningful digital interaction over maintaining a constant online presence. Here, one of the technique from mindfulness has been given. So that is also known as the pause technique, where the P means pause, where before picking up your device, take a conscious breath and pause for at least 3 seconds. E is for the ask. Ask yourself when you are taking that pause, am I hoping to accomplish right now? Am I bored, anxious, or genuinely need information? You is understand your emotion state and what you are really seeking: connection or distraction or just information. S is for select. You select a specific intention for your device use, such as I'll check message for 5 minutes, or I'll look up that recipe, and after that I'll leave the screen. Then E for the engage. Engage mindfully with your device, staying present and aware of how you are feeling throughout the interaction. Here, mindfulness offers a powerful tool for regaining control over digital behavior. Instead of mindless scrolling, mindful screening use means pausing to ask, why am I online? How do I feel right now? Is this serving me? Techniques like the stop practice encourage self-awareness before diving into endless feeds. Evidence from mindfulness-based intervention shows reduction in stress, improved self-regulation, and healthier emotional responses. For youth, applying mindfulness to digital use transforms phones from source of distraction into instrument of intentional connection and learning, making technology an ally rather than an enemy. Curating your digital environment. Just as we curate our physical environment to support our well-being, we need to be intentional about our digital spaces. The content we consume, the apps we use, and the accounts we follow all shapes our mental state and worldview over more than we often realize. Here, we have to be mindful about unfollow mindfully, where unfollow accounts that consistently make you feel inadequate, anxious, or negative about yourself or the world. This includes accounts that promote unrealistic standards, constant controversy, or excessive materialism. Follow intentionally. Seek out accounts that inspire, educate, or bring joy without comparison. Follow creators who share authentic experiences, educational content, or positive message aligned with your values and goals. And optimizing algorithms. Actively engage with positive content by liking, commenting, and sharing. Use the not interested or hide features to train algorithm to show you more of what serves your well-being. Creating positive digital habits or morning inspiration. Start your day by consuming content that motivates or educates rather than news or social comparisons. Gratitude practice, where share or engage with content that highlights gratitude, kindness, or positive achievements. Educational balance, follow accounts that teach new skills, share interesting facts, or broaden your perspective. Community building, engage in online communities that share your interests and values while maintaining respectful dialogue. Combating digital toxicity. Here, protect your energy. Recognize that you have the power to control what content enters your mental space. Block, mute, or unfollow accounts that constantly spread negativity, misinform, or hate, which we have discussed in the previous slide. Use platform tools like keywords filtering to avoid triggering content during vulnerable times. Remember that protecting your mental health is not the same as avoiding important but difficult topics. It's about consuming them intentionally rather than being constantly overwhelmed. Engage constructively. When you encounter disagreement or conflict online, pause before responding. Ask yourself in your response, will genuinely contribute to understand, or if it's driven by emotion. Practice the 24-hour rule for conversational topics. Wait a day before responding to emotionally charged content. Often, the urge to engage will pass, saving you from unnecessary stress and conflict. By take strategic breaks. Regular digital detox aren't just trendy, they are necessary for mental health, and start with short breaks, one evening per week or one full day per month without social media. During break, notice how you feel without constant digital input. Many people reported improvement in their mood, sleep, and increased creativity during these periods of digital rest. The internet amplifies everything, both positive and negative. By consciously choosing what we amplify in our own digital consumptions, we can create a more supportive and inspiring online experiences. Building resilience against online negativity by developing emotional resilience in digital space require practice and intention. Learn to distinguish between content that changes you to grow and content that simplify drains your energy. Seek diverse perspective while protecting your emotional well-being. Remember that most social media represents a curated, highlighted reels, not reality, and that your worth isn't determined by online metrics or other opinions. Practical tools for digital wellness. In the same way, students use planner or apps to organize study. Digital wellness tools can help regulate online habits. Screen time tracker, website blockers, and meditation apps act as an external support to strengthen internal discipline. From a cognitive behavior therapy perspective, these tools assist in identifying and restructuring unhelpful thought patterns into healthier ones. College youth benefits most when these tools are paired with offline hobbies, sports, arts, music, or volunteering that provide genuine joy and reduce resilience on digital stimulation. As we have discussed before, there are technology solutions like time tracker apps, blue light filters, focus modes, and mindfulness app, and creating accountability like digital wellness partner. Find a friend or family member to share goals and check in regular about digital habits and weekly reviews. Spend at least 10 minutes each week reviewing your screen time data and reflecting on how your digital habits are affecting your mood and productivity. And gradual changes, make small sustainable changes rather than dramatic overhauls that are difficult to maintain. Your journey to digital wellness. Building healthy digital habit isn't about perfection or completely disconnecting from technology. It's about developing a conscious, intentional relationship with digital tools that enhance rather than distract from your well-being. The strategies we will explore: setting boundaries, practical mindfulness, creating positive content, and using helpful tools work together to create a more balanced digital life. One is start with the awareness, second will be choose one's boundary, and curate mindfully, which means conduct a social media audit, unfollowing accounts that don't serve your well-being and seeking out content that inspires and educates you. By practicing self-compassion, where remembering the changing habits take time, be patient with yourself when you slip into old habit and gently redirect your attention to your wellness goals. Technology should serve your life goals, not delegate them. Every moment you spend online should either connect you more deeply with others, help you learn and grow, or bring your genuine joy. Your relationship with technology is unequally yours, and the strategies that work best will depend on your lifestyle, goals, and personal challenges. The key is to remain curious and compassionate with yourself as an experiment with your new approaches. Remember that small, consistent changes often lead to more lasting transformation than dramatic overhauls. As you embark on this journey towards healthier digital habits, know that you are not just improving your own well being, you are also modeling conscious technology use for others in your life. Your intentional choices contribute to a broader culture shift towards more mindful, human centered technology use. Thank you.